Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to the Night Owl server. We are here yet again in my log cabin. I got some wither skulls, so we might have to fight another wither soon. Test my skills, see if I just had some beginner's luck or if I can actually do a good job at fighting withers. Last time I pointed this guy out, Scruffy, our endermite. And before we get into the bulk of this episode, I want to give him a proper home. So I think we're gonna set it up right here. And let's see, we're gonna need some stairs, and I need oak wood. I need some oak stairs, and then we'll take these out and put some stairs going up there, and then I got some glass that we can put along here. Alright, and then we just need something to cover it, and I'm thinking either oak or either wooden or iron trap doors. Let's see, I think, yeah, it's just like that. So we could either have iron trapdoor on here, which, by the way, iron trapdoor, we have it now because of the snapshot, and I like it. I like it. It's another nice building utensil, I guess. Yeah. So I'll have to replace that table that I made out in my space base. I made it out of wood, but I don't want a wooden table in there because it doesn't look futuristic and modern. So I'll have to replace that next time we go out there. Let's get another one of these and see how that looks. So that looks nice. I'll stop him from escaping. Let's try the wood though. See how that looks. Yeah, I think I like the iron better. So we'll go with the iron. Let's stick... Now this is the tricky part. To get him up here and into here, it's going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see. Cobble. Actually, I do have levers here. Yeah, so we'll do that. And we'll try and get him in here. Get him to fall in there. I guess let's just give it a go. If I have too much problems, I might have to try channeling him a little bit better. Hey, buddy. Hey there. Follow me, Scruffy. Gotta go find your new home. Come on. Whoa, running into a wall here. Come here. And oh, he's not gonna find his way. We'll need a block. Actually, we'll need a ouch. Ow. Scruffy, no. Scruffy. Scruffy, stop. No. Bad Scruffy. Let's get a block here. Then he should be able to pathfind to me. Maybe. I think he's having some troubles with those stairs there. Let's see. Let's replace one of those with a full block, and maybe a full block here, and we'll get rid of this block. All right, come after me. Now find your way into here. Ow! Ow! You're so close. Come here. Scruffy. Scruffy. Can we open that one up? Yeah, we can. Let's get rid of that block and that block. I just wanna try and give him a good path to getting up there. Alright. And in. Come on. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. Look, I'm right here. I'm right here. Scruffy. Scruffy. Get in there. Ow. Get in the cage. Oh. Oh. No. No. He was in there. Scruffy. Psst. Get away from the anvil. Over here. Ow. Go inside. Go inside. Oh. Oh, he's in. Oh, he's in. Oh, he can jump out. Oh, no. Dang it. Okay. Well, we'll need a new plan then. Okay, I got him. Yay. This might be dangerous though, putting the stairs back. We're probably gonna have to be quick about it, because he might be able to fit into that little space. Let's get it right next to the axe. There we go. All right, we have Scruffy. I just made the cage too high. I might do something different, but this will hold him for now at least. I don't know. It needs something in there definitely, but I think that'll work for now. I really wish I could have. Well, I suppose I could use the trapdoors now. You know, just put those up there. Kind of adds something to it. Adds a little cover. But yeah, I just wish you could see his name through there. So Scruffy is home. I think we just need something in there, like grass or a flower or something for him to play with. But anyways, maybe what about a button? What about a button, guys? It's a rock. Look at that rock. That's a fancy rock. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyways, you know, we're pretty rich here. You know, myself. You know, I got some nice armor and lots of tools and lots of diamonds and, you know, a bit of gold, lots of iron. So I was thinking it might be about time for us to maybe buy some more real estate, to get a new house, basically. You know, an extra home that we can kind of vacation to whenever we're getting tired of this old place. So I've been kind of looking around on the market, and I think I found a nice plot of land. So why don't we take a trip out there and take a look at some ideas that I've been working up. So over here in the restaurant district, you know, this is kind of a newer part of town. We still got buildings going up over here, some nice expansion, like Tiger's frozen yogurt building here, Froyo's. We gotta expand the road here, otherwise we're not gonna have any room. We got new mushroom restaurant over here that I haven't showed yet. But this is a nice area of town, you know, got some booming, got some urban sprawl. And over here, End Effect, you know, he made this modern house quite a while ago, back when the 1.7 snapshots were coming out. And, you know, looks really nice. And I've always wanted to make a modern house. And I said in my tour video, my 50th episode, that I really wanted to make one. And that kind of sparked other people to get the idea of you know, actually coming out here. It kind of influenced Tiger to come out here and make this modern house, which looks really nice. And Vert, I think, is going to be working on one over there. He's got a little pocket dug out. I think that used to be a hill, and he kind of cleared it all out. And so I started working on some designs for my own modern house. And this is what I came up with. It's kind of hard to see because it's out of dirt. But you know, recently I got like some questions from fellow night owls on how I came up with the design for the atrium over there. And you know, I had some influences. Like I think I had finished, or I had like marathon through B-Dub's Minecraft videos, and his town hall really kind of influenced me. Oh, you can see it from here. That's cool. It's just the shadow. His town hall kind of influenced me and made me want to build something big and epic and a nice focal point for the town. And then the tree obviously influenced me. You know, I wanted to include something with the tree. But I think most of it was just kind of like looking at the space that I had and then just trying to figure out shapes that I could put there. You know, I knew I wanted a tree. I figured I wanted a dome over the tree, and I figured out, kind of branched it out from there, what kind of shapes I could include in there. And that's kind of what I did here as well. You know, I came over here with a bunch of dirt. You know, I had a few ideas of what I wanted. Like over here, I wanted a window that looked out over the pond, and a nice big glass window with a little bit of curve to it. And I knew, you know, with this hill here, obviously we need multiple levels, and so it's going to go up to here. And it was mainly just, you know, trying to figure out shapes. You know, with modern houses, I think a lot of it has to do with the form and the shapes. You know, you want a lot of nice shapes to it, intersecting shapes like squares. You know, a little bit of roundness to just add some character. And yeah, so I figured this all out, and then I went into creative and basically remade this frame in creative, and then started picking colors and kind of working off of there, figuring out what I wanted for everything. So actually, I have a lot of this designed in creative, so all we have to do is kind of build it here. But what I decided for colors, you know, I kind of took inspiration for this from actually a few different builds that I've done already on this server. Let's just put some of this stuff away. For instance, like the curved window that I have in the front, and actually it's the same window back here. This is actually very similar to the maintenance crew building that I designed, and Kamikaze and I built. This shape where it's kind of like a rectangle, but like the two sides have a bit of a curve to it. That was, you know, that I first kind of thought up when I did the maintenance crew building. And then this front window is actually gonna it's gonna be this wall and then a little bit of the ceiling as well. And if you'll notice, let's go back here. I have kind of a, I decided instead of just having this go straight across, I also have a nice curve here. And so I also, you know, made the two curving windows kind of meet up, and so that's what that line is the intersection of those, which is one thing that I kind of learned while doing the atrium, is kind of intersecting different shapes, especially with like glass and making a cool glass shape. So that kind of influenced from there. And then while I was picking the colors I decided to go for actually kind of came from, what am I looking for? Kind of came from the new base out in our Mega Spruce Taiga. We're going to go with the black stained clay. Just like that, we're going to go with the green stained clay. Those are going to be our two main colors. And then we're going to go with cyan, just to have a nice gray color, a nice kind of, I guess, kind of a bland color. You know, a nice backdrop, I guess. And then, what else do I need? Oh, and then we're also going to use snow as just kind of a highlight in certain areas. So those are going to be our four colors. And then for the glass, I'm actually going to use white glass here on the front. And I think on this side I have a window that I'm going to use white glass on, just because it adds a nice highlight. But for that big window over there, that is going to be gray stained glass, so that it's very transparent and we can see out of it very nicely. So I guess I can kind of, I don't know, maybe I'll get this started and we'll take a look at it. Alright, so I replaced a lot of the outline with the color that structure is going to be. So this main big area is going to be mostly the cyan. It's going to be mostly the bland gray color. And then we'll have lots of color and detail inside, or at least some color. Hopefully the gray will kind of help things to kind of pop out. I didn't want something that was, too much color. So that is that, and then we have some brown here at the entrance with some snow accent. So that'll be the main entrance right here. And then this part, we got a little box made out of green, and this will just be kind of a little walkway out to. Let's see, did I do this right? This seems bigger than it should be, but maybe not. Maybe that's right. But yeah, this is just a little walkway that's going to take you out to here. And this is going to be a little patio on top of a structure here. There will be a kind of a room inside of this brown box. But you'll be able to walk out on the roof here and kind of look out and see the view. And then we'll have stairs going down to this lower level here. With the big glass window, of course. This will all get taken out. You'll be able to walk through here. There's going to be a snow wall right here that comes down, just to give a little accent to this. So that will come down here. And actually right on top of the snow wall, I'm going to have like a little garden area or something with like sugarcane or ferns or something. And then right here there will be an entrance, and I think I want it to be like 3 tall. So it's going to be kind of like this, and there will be clay throughout here. Actually, let's do this real quick. I'm using snow for the highlight here. I was thinking about using quartz, just because snow it's kind of like, it seems strange to use in a build because it's snow, but it does look really good. For one, it's a lot whiter than quartz is. Quartz does have kind of it almost looks dirty compared to the snow. It's not as nice and crisp and clean. Plus you have the border to the quartz, so that kind of breaks it up a bit. Doesn't let it flow as nicely. But another reason is one reason that people really like using snow in these types of builds, and that is because of the snow layers. Which, is that like that? No, it's not. We're gonna have to go down. But yeah, you can make the snow layers, which allows you to really make a lot of different, or basically any height, in a block. Yeah, like that. We're gonna need lots of those. Let's just turn the rest of the stack into that. Which allows you to make some cool little slits in the walls, which look really cool. It allows you to make different like furniture that's at different levels. So let's see, how did I have this? I want to put a design into this building, and I think I had it here. One of the little slats. So we're gonna do 8 there. Nope, not 8. Shoot. Oh, I did that. I did that so wrong. 7 is what I want. So is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then down here, I think it was just right here. We're going to do another one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7. So now what that does is hopefully it gives us a nice S shape on there, which is something that I kind of want to incorporate into the build in different parts. Is just a nice S shape. Now I'm kind of wondering if I had that S lower. Let's try it lower just a bit. But obviously I want to have like an S for Sirhc, kind of incorporate it around the build a little bit. I know this is kind of a waste of snow, which sucks, but oh well. Snow's pretty easy material to get. So, was it like that? Or do I like this better, I guess is the bigger question. I kind of like that better, actually. A little bit wider on the S. But yeah, it's a nice little detail. Adds a little like asymmetry to it, and also forms a nice little S shape in the green stained clay. And then right behind that clay, this is all going to be green stained clay as well. So you're not going to be able to like see in there. Although maybe, nah, I think this all needs to be a wall here. So you won't be able to see in there. It'll just be the green behind it, but I think that'll look good. And then I also want to use that technique up front, by the front entrance, just to add some interest to this wall. So I'm going to do it right here as well. Let's just make, where's my snow? There's my snow. Let's make another stack of snow into snow layers. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just get one layer down so we can do it from down here. So we'll get a nice layer all the way across. Now this one will be open to the outside, so it will, you will be able to kind of see. It's, although, you know, you'll be at this angle, so you won't really be able to see out. But it will be open. So this will be our front entrance. We'll have some nice landscaping up here, a nice path leading to it. Should look pretty good. And I think it's gonna be a good build. I do have concerns about this wall. This wall is big and kind of flat, and I don't really want to add too much to it because then I don't know, it wouldn't feel right, and it would be too busy, and I think I would lose a lot of the balance of the build if I did too much out over here. But I do have a few ideas for making this a little less busy. Like I want to put maybe a window kind of like right there, and then over here I might do a little bit of a design. I think this wall is going to be too thick, so I'll be able to kind of indent it a little bit, you know, to add a little bit of detail there. Okay, so I decided to put some of this glass in so we could kind of get a look at, or kind of get a taste of what it's going to look like. So again, here we have the nice white glass up front to kind of add some highlight. Put some snow down below just because I like the way it looked. And then I continued the window all the way to this like front wall, just because I really like that. And then kind of outlined the window a little bit. Just brought this out a little bit to add some depth to the thing. to it all. But yeah, I think that looks pretty nice there. And then I suppose let's go around this way. And then I got the whole back window done here too. So that's all taking shape. It looks, I mean, it's kind of hard to see right now just because it's clear, which is kind of the point, you know. That's why I wanted the gray glass. It's one of the most transparent blocks, or one of the most transparent glasses. So I decided to go with that. And I'm not sure what I'm going to have here. I might have something, I might have the grass kind of stick out a little bit, kind of cut back the water a little bit so that it's not right up against there. Or maybe have some like cobblestone, I don't know. I'll have to figure out that when I do landscaping, but that's a little while from now. I made like, you know, this is going to be too thick, so I kind of got that figured out. And again, I used snow down below. Brought out some of these edges so that and the tops over there, so that it just kind of adds some depth to it. But yeah, I think it's coming out pretty good. I think it's turning out pretty good. You know, now I just gotta go through here and, oh, can I not? Oh, I saw it. Where was it? Right. Oh, I know I can reach it. It's like right there. Come on. There we go. But I'll have to go through here and fill in all these walls here. Take that out and just fill these in. It's gonna be a lot of big plain walls, or I guess they won't be that big, but you know, we are gonna have some walls. Or the walls are basically just going to be flat walls for the most part. Like right here, this is pretty much all just going to be flat brown. I don't really think it needs a lot of detail. There's enough going on over here that it should be all right. But if it's not, then I can kind of try and add some detail in later. That's not really a problem. I'm just going to use up the rest of the clay that I have crafted already. And then this is going to have to get dug back a little bit. I might have to have this, well, that might need to go into the ground a little bit more depending on if I kind of terraform this hill a little bit. You know, like, I don't really like that there. Honestly, this should kind of fall a little bit quicker, so we can do that. And then this is all going to be just green across here. I'll have probably a wood up here. Let's see, over here we're going to have brown. Like I said, there's going to be kind of like a planter here. So I think I'm going to put podsole here and then have some sugarcane and maybe a fern up here just to kind of add some greenery to here. Have like a little rooftop garden thing. This is all cyan. Have some green going through here. Door will probably just be like there. Yeah, that should work. And then, like I said, this is all going to be floor. I think I'm going to use... Well, I'm going to use a combination of dark oak and birch wood for the flooring. The birch wood is going to be the most, or going to be the bulk of it. And then I'll use dark wood here and there just to kind of accent it. I think those two look really good together. Just add a nice contrast to... So yeah, I think that's gonna be it today. I wanna leave this as a work in progress, so I'll be able to finish the exterior before next episode, or yeah, we'll probably work on this next episode. I'll finish the exterior, and then next episode we can start doing the interior, getting it all laid out. Probably won't do the fine detail, but at least do some of the layout and get things figured out where they're gonna go. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you like this this build. We should actually get somewhere where you can see it a little bit better. I wonder what it looks like actually from the road over here, because I think you can kind of see it as you come up. You know, you'll be able to see that. We might need some detail on those walls, maybe. Although, actually, one thing I want to add before we end the episode. Let's get the snow layers. This might help a little bit. I'm gonna put snow layers along here. Either 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But if we do that, that will add a little bit of extra detail. Do I want 3 or 2? 3 or 2? Let's do 3 for now. Alright, so now let's go look at it from a distance. I think that will definitely help kind of put a little detail in there. Oh yeah, that definitely breaks that up a little bit. It's not so much clay. I like that. So yeah, there's our modern house so far. Got a nice design laid out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.